Hello, everybody. Happy Friday, May 1st. Just checking in from planet Earth over here. It's, you know, Kyle over here. About to talk about some things today. This should be a rather quick video. Kind of busy. Been working around the house, doing some cleaning around here, and let's get this thing started. We'll talk about my MS, which is my multiple sclerosis, because I had an MRI done this week on that, and I want to talk about that a little bit. And then pretty much wing it from there. It'll probably be a quicker video. I just want to get some brief multiple sclerosis awareness out there for everyone, because I have it, and I just want to know how it affects different people and how everyone's feeling about it and where we're going. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's get the show going. I was diagnosed in, was it September 2016? It's been a journey, that's for sure. I used to be a super heavy drinker. I was 26 at the time. I was going through some stuff. Just finally moved out of being under the household with the parents and stuff like that, and grandparents, and kind of got out on my own. Kind of was getting reckless. Kind of wasn't sure about life, you know. And I was drinking a lot, honestly, and due to my family, I think the alcoholism kind of runs in the blood, so it kind of was getting me. And then one summer eve was my close buddy's birthday. I had a huge party here at the house, and I remember I drank a little bit, and I got super sick super fast. Like, I probably had like one beer and then like a few shots, and I was like literally already sick. And I just had to go straight to bed. I was puking. I remember I woke up that morning, I had vomit all over my bed, and it was just disgusting. And from there, I just felt like I woke up that day, you know, there was vomit on my bed, and I felt like I was getting a cold. I had like a cough, and my sinuses hurt a lot. And so I let a few days pass. I was just trying to do some like common cold stuff as I was doing it, which, you know, it could have been Corona at the time. Who knows? I'm just kidding. JK, just kidding. Too soon on that one. But as we're moving through the cold, I progressively got worse. Now I had a cold, and then I went and got I went to the ER because I was super super sick, because I was literally like not feeling good, and and then the right side of my face went numb, and that's when I went to the ER. I was like, something's really wrong here. The right side of my face is completely numb. Now, if you don't know what multiple sclerosis is, it's an autoimmune disease. Now, pretty much I have damaged nerves. I don't have normal like nerve cells, so they don't get repaired correctly. So I have a weakened like immune system, and so the right side of my face went numb. I'm kind of freaking out. I go to ER. They do a CT scan on me. Turns out they said I had sinusitis. So now they tell me get some over-the-counter nasal spray and let it dry out, and the numbness should go away. I'm like, okay, so I do that for about I don't know, a few days. I felt a little better, like a little placebo effect going on in there, and moving forward, it got worse. The right side of my face was still numb. Like, I think a week later, maybe not even a week later, I started a new job. So at the time, I was kind of stressed out anyway, so that didn't add on to the symptoms. And I was eating horrible. I was eating out to eat a lot because I just didn't have time, and I was like working graveyard and lack of sunlight, all that. So I'm progressively getting worse. Face is numb. I wake up. I have vertigo, which I've never had vertigo, and I was super fatigued. So it was like I was like laying there, and I just felt sick. I wasn't hungry at all for like days, and then I was just like, I felt like shit. Like, literally just felt like laying in bed all day, not doing anything. And so that vertigo happens, I'm puking, and then like I noticed that like slowly, like the right side of my body, along with my face numbness, the right side of my body became kind of like very sensitive to the touch, like just my right leg, my right arm, and like just literally like I was cut in half, like the right side of my body. So I'm like, yeah, this isn't getting better. I was stubborn. I'm like talking to my mom about it. I'm like, I don't know what to do, and she's like, yeah, like if just, you know, rest, like you need to get some rest. Like, sounds like you're not like getting rest, and graveyard, you know, it's a tough life, as everyone knows if you work that shift. So it gets worse. Sooner or later, I would say like a few days later after the vertigo, I lose literally the like control on the right side of my body. I can't control like writing with my right. I'm righty. I can't control writing with my right hand. My tongue went numb. Well, the right side of my tongue at least. I can't talk. My speech is horrible. I'm like limping because my foot is just dragging. I can't pick it up. And I'm like, yeah, there's something really wrong here. So I call my mom. I'm like, yeah, I need to go ER right now. We need to like figure this out. So I go in. They run an MRI on me, which full body MRI. It turns out I have multiple sclerosis. Do a, I'm sitting in the ER, just kind of shocked. I didn't even know what MS was because the ER doctor comes in like, yeah, you're going to be admitted. You have MS, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I was like freaked out. I'm like crying there. My mom's there. She's like crying, and I'm like, Mom, I have no idea what the hell MS is, and I'm like freaking out. Like, to me, it was like I was dying. Like, honestly, I could feel like my humanity as a human. I was sitting there and I couldn't move. Like, I just felt like that was it for me. Like, this is for me here on out. This is my life. Like, I'm going to be kind of like a vegetable almost. Like, I can't control the right side of my body. I won't be able to work. It's just, my world just came crashing down. And to top that off, it's just, they did a spinal tap on me, and that shit was brutal, Whew. To check my spine and make sure the fluids were good. Luckily, with the right care that I had, sat in a hospital bed for 3 days to pump me full of steroids. And I started off, and it was kind of just like, you're out of work. It's pretty much disability. So my life changed, the next few months. Diet changed, and I was just moving through the days, just trying to re-get myself back to 100%. And I know doctors diagnosed me with a very mild case of it. Now, I know people... I was fortunate. I mean, I got diagnosed when I was young, like 26, which is very rare. It's a rare disease. And it kind of just put my life on a tilt a little bit. I didn't know who I was or where I was going. And sitting in that hospital bed, man, it really changed me, like, I don't know. I felt helpless, but at the same time, I felt like it was meant to happen in some weird way. Like, it was like a sign from something that's like, all right, like, your life's about to change in a different path. And I think it did. And so started off on a medication after I got out of the hospital. We're doing Copaxone, and that was like an injection on the side. I was kind of like scared of injecting myself, but there's different ways to do it. Starting and doing it, I was injecting myself. I was getting these giant welts on because I was injecting there's 4 different parts of your body, or I guess 5 different parts of the body you inject, like your 2 sides, your abdomen, and then your I think it's your inner thigh or outer thigh. One of these, I can't remember. I haven't injected because I don't take that Copaxone no more. But I was telling my doctor what was going on, my neurologist actually, bless his soul. I told him, like, look, doc, like, I'm 26, I'm young, like, I work out, I'm active, like, I want to be able to, like, take off my shirt and not be ashamed of, like, having this giant welt, and then people are going to be like, what the hell is that, you know what I mean? And so we looked into different medications, and he put me on Gilenya, which I am on currently today. Now, moving forward, I don't know if I'm going to be on this medication. It's a pill once a day, which is a lot easier to take, but 2 years ago, we did an MRI, and there showed progress in the MS, more lesions in my brain. So a lesion is pretty much, sum it up to all the casual listeners right here, it's like a white spot in your brain. It gets inflamed, and it kind of just expands in your brain, and then you get the inflammation in your brain. Now, the MRI showed that there was more of those spots in my brain. When I saw that, I literally just teared up, like, right in front of my neurologist. I was like, dude, like, I'm doing everything I got to do. Like, I'm staying active. I'm eating I'm eating good. I'm eating healthy. And, like, I was, like, in shock because I was like, dude, like, what do I do? And I was on Gilenya at the time because we switched from the Copaxone, like a few months after I was using it, because like the welts were getting so bad and they were so painful because you have to like adjust every like 3 days or whatever it was, and like I was just like putting welts on top of welts, and it was horrific. And So after seeing that, I kind of broke down, and then like I felt like my life kind of hit another change there, you know. Like I went back to like, dude, I need to like lock down on this, and I need to eat healthier, I guess, you know. And but for some reason, I just realized I was like, these goddamn dogs next door to me bark all day. Sorry, they bark all day, and I swear the people are home, and they just don't care. There's all these dogs bark by our fence all day. I know you hear them right now. You probably do. My mic is on the way, so I'll have better, like, you know, audio stuff going on. But yeah, these dogs next door are ridiculous. So, kind of changed me pretty much. Sorry to rant a little bit. Kind of changed me a little bit. But since then, I really don't know. I got an MRI done on the 30th, which was yesterday. And I have an appointment on next Thursday to talk to him with the results. So I think, I don't know what's going to happen. Anyone that's out there that has the disease, I know it sucks. It sucks, man. Like, or it sucks. I know. I feel your pain. I understand in my life currently. I am currently doing things that people, you probably, if by the looks of me, you probably wouldn't think that I have MS, and I get that a lot. Like, oh, I never would have guessed. But I mean, if you look at someone, you can't judge a book by its cover. And moving forward, I just want people to know that there's a lot of support out there. You just have to stay on top of your game, and you have to understand that, like, to change your life, you have to change your attitude a lot, and you can't just give up. I think that's how I was in the beginning. I was sitting there in that bed, and I was just like, I'm just giving up. Like, I just felt like I was knocked down so much, you know. And then like something inside of me, I don't know when it occurred or whatever, but I just was fighting, and thankfully, like I figured out what I wanted to do, you know, and I was like, I want to go to school, I want to become a registered dietitian, I want to do this, I want to just live, I want a family, I want some kids, like it all occurred to me that like these things are still very possible. I can't. You can't dwell on all the negatives. Well, like when someone gets diagnosed with something, they're gonna think of all the negatives first, you know. But if we could just take all that away and kind of look at the positive and just say how we're gonna overcome this, I think that's the mindset. And I'm just grateful that I'm still here, moving. I see people with MS that are way worse than I am, and I feel for you. I feel your pain. I really do, and like you guys are the reason that keeps me going here. I wake up every day and I'm just motivated because I see people that aren't doing as much or not doing as well as I am, and it saddens me, you know. So I push even harder for you, and I know you can give back. You know, I know that it's tough, but I know you have it in you. Everyone does. Now. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know like what the results are going to be, but I might be changing medications. I don't know. My life's kind of in a weird spot. This quarantine kind of was a blessing in disguise, honestly. I mean, it's unfortunate for all the lives we've lost and everything that's going on, but seeing where I'm at, where I'm headed, I don't know. Like I'm in a like a certain type of job, a career, and I'm headed to a different kind of career. And I think that this was a perfect outlet for that, to like sit down and focus up on school and just be grateful for the day and eat a little bit healthier, not eating out as much. That's definitely key. I will say that I slip up on my diet a lot because I work out about 6 days a week, so I tend to like crave sweets more, which I don't know if that's just a genetic thing because my family, you know, they're more prone to obesity and, you know, diabetes or whatever it may be, but I think that's just genetic for me. But for some reason when I work out a lot, it's like I need some sweet at night, you know, my body's probably lacking insulin or something, but sometimes I overdo it, but you feel it the next day. When you eat like shit, when you have MS, you wake up the next day, you're super fatigued, you're dead, you don't feel like doing anything. Like, you just feel like hazy, you have like this brain fog, and which I'll segue to take vitamins. I highly recommend taking vitamins. Even if you don't have a disease, if you have a disease, any type of disease, highly recommend taking vitamins. Also, CBDs, this is what I take. I take a multivitamin. I take vitamin D, which is very important because we don't go out in the sun as much. I take vitamin C. I take what is that? Magnesium, a calcium, a CBD pill, a turmeric. God, what else do I have so many pills up here. I don't even know what else I take. Krill oil. Jeez, what else is back here? Vitamin E sometimes. I don't. I take a biotin because it's trying to grow my hair out or whatever. But yeah, on top of the pill I take. I mean, for some reason I don't know if it's just placebo effect or whatever, but I do feel better throughout the week as I'm taking vitamins. I don't take them every day for like a 30-day cycle. I normally take vitamins every day for like 7 days, and I like lay off. I'll do like 1 day on, 1 day off. For some reason, to me, I feel like the vitamins are still in you. Like they'll be in you longer than just that 1 day. So I think that like you really don't flush it out like right away. So I think the vitamins are still in you, so you don't want to overdo it. But this went on a little bit longer than I thought. I just want to give everyone a brief history of my MS, and I'm here. I'm here for everyone that has a disease or is open to sharing what they're going through, or what are your signs. What's your weakness? Where are you at in life, and how are you feeling? I appreciate everyone. I'm grateful for y'all, and I hope everyone has a great, safe weekend and a week. So take care. Happy Friday.